Hello there and welcome to Tea Time, the program that brings you the latest in the world of entertainment. So it's the latest celebrity news and the latest showbiz stories as well. And on today's episode, we've got some really spicy stuff. I'm Tokunbo Taiwo, and as usual, I've got my co-anchors here with me, Ife Oshinkeye and Lakpe Ebanja. Hi guys. Are you ready to serve up some tea?
Yes, I am. It's so...
Always ready.
It's really horrible weather outside.
All right then, let's quickly delve into our first story, which is on the Nigerian actress Vera Gerald, who has been quoted as saying, most Nigerians think you're bleaching if you are light-skinned. You're laughing already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's like, what is she... Okay, so I read the article.
Yeah.
And she's basically saying that what she's saying is essentially that everyone's so light-skinned now because there's a mixture of people that are genuinely light-skinned and people that are bleaching, that if you're light-skinned and you're genuinely light-skinned, that people actually think that you're not
So she's genuinely light-skinned?
Yeah, well, apparently so.
Exactly.
I don't know how true that is, but then I might be I might be one of those people that are questioning her, the origins of her skin color. But she also said that, if she was dark, she would be happy as well. But people also question her or ask her, oh, where did you get your cream from? Or I want to have your skin color, blah, blah, blah. And it just highlights the huge problem with like beauty standards and like skin like issues, especially here in Africa. Like the whole bleaching epidemic is wild.
Do you think she has taken offense at the fact that people are asking her what?
Yeah, because obviously people that bleach look a certain way, like their yellow looks a certain yellow, and obviously
It looks greenish yellow.
Yeah, it just looks horrible.
I've seen pinkish yellow.
You've seen?
I've seen all sorts. Their skin's
Rainbow.
eroding. That's what it's doing.
I think they should go for the pride thing.
Look, the LGBT.
They look like the flag, LGBT flag.
Basically, they look like rainbows. That is really harsh.
Okay, see, when I came back, in Ghana, you're used to seeing dark-skinned girls
that are hot.
So when I came to
Melanin
when I
sisters,
came back to
yes.
Nigeria, straight from the airport, I thought I was in a Despicable Me scene. Because all the girls look like
joking?
Minions.
Wow, you think all Nigerian girls look like Minions?
Most Nigerian girls. Okay, I saw my neighbor and she was like, welcome back. And I was like,
You
who's
couldn't
that?
recognize her.
Do you understand? I didn't recognize her because
She's bleached her whole
it's me,
skin.
Esther.
You've just called your neighbor out. Esther. Esther. Girl. Girl. I feel sorry for you. Yeah.
And it was just funny because I really don't understand why girls feel the need to bleach, because I think dark-skinned girls are very, come on, look alike, yeah. No, very
Thank you.
black.
I'm not very black. Actually, no, I am.
And
I am black. I am
Sorry.
black. I don't care. I'm black and proud. I'm black
You're
and...
very black and beautiful,
Thank you.
but I'm not patronizing you, actually.
Oh,
I'm just saying that
you had to ruin it. You had to. You're doing so well.
Lakpe is not black though, and she's not yellow per se.
Look, I'm a black woman.
But she's a black woman,
yeah.
and she's dark-skinned.
Yeah.
This is, what do they call it? What kind of coffee
Caramel.
is it?
Caramel.
Yeah, honey.
Aww.
Tokunbo.
Kumba, are you
Are you
patronizing
blushing? Good
Lakbe?
heavens.
Yes,
I don't understand. Are you patronizing
Tokunbo's
Lakbe?
flirting with me.
As in you're flirting with Lakbe?
So it doesn't matter. It's fine. Guys,
Calm down, innit?
There's enough of me to go around.
All right, so
Oh, really?
No, there is.
back to Vera
Animal show.
though.
But I think she's really...
You haven't said anything, Ife. Back to Vera.
Back to Vera. Okay, so Vera, like Lakbe said, she came out and she was just complimenting herself, like, oh, I'm naturally light-skinned, so when you see me, don't think I bleach like every other person. And I think she used that means to advise other girls not to.
Yeah.
Guys, you know what? I'm having so much of an issue with this,
It's double. It's like she's a double contradiction.
Exactly.
Because one minute you're saying, well, if I was dark, I'll be really dark and proud, and if I was...
No, I think we're mixing it up here. Where I was coming from, sorry, no, that's not what I mean.
Shaking the
Let me
table.
Shaking the table.
the points that I'm trying to make, I hear what you're saying, but the
Do
points
you?
that
I'm joking. Go on.
the points that I'm trying to make is that, or the issue that I have with this is, why feel the need to actually say something about complexion?
That's what I was trying to say. If you let me land, I was trying to say that it's a double contradiction because
You need to listen more.
On one hand, she's basically saying that actually she's happy about her skin color and it's natural and people shouldn't feel the need to want her skin color. But at the same time, she's offended for people not thinking that her skin color is genuine. It's just like, which one is it? Because she's like, oh, if I was darker, you know, I'll be just as happy. I love women that are dark and clean. And she made reference to the words dark and clean. That's what she said. She said dark and clean. I love that. But then, you know, I'm also a light-skinned woman and I'm proud of it. So people shouldn't feel like I've bleached, or people shouldn't think that my light skin is not real. It's
Is there some kind of element of insecurity there?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't think it's an element of insecurity. I think
it's my job, if to actually come up. You understand? But I have to look at all the angles.
Think about how you come up with the negativity.
It's not negativity. I look at the positives too.
This girl came out to talk about.
No,
okay,
but the
look,
thing is, if
I'm light skinned.
The thing, no, what I'm saying is that one doesn't just come out of the blue to talk about your skin. It's your skin.
She was posting pictures of herself,
and she should know that everyone's been probably saying this to her for a long time. But people have been bleaching from the beginning of time.
Aside that, she just didn't come out to talk about her skin color. She was posting pictures of herself. I think she went for a photo shoot, and then she was posting pictures on social media. So before people start commenting and start asking her questions like, "Are you bleaching?"
Okay, but
that's
the point that me and Tokumbo,
exactly.
the point that Tokumbo's trying to make.
People
have been bleaching since the beginning of time, right? And everybody knows that people bleach. Everybody knows at this point, anyway, in 2018, everybody knows that this person, their knuckles are dark. This person looks a bit funny. They look like they've been bleaching. So it's quite easy to differentiate.
You know, now I'm actually more suspicious of her.
Do you know the funny thing? There's some people that when they bleach these days, you can never tell.
That's what I'm saying. So based on this, I'm actually suspicious of her because you don't just blurt it out just from...
Exactly. And Tokumbo's got actually, do you know what? Tokumbo's going somewhere with this. High five, high five.
Okay.
Tokumbo's going somewhere with this. I'll tell you why. Because most of the people that tell you that they're not bleaching are the ones that are
Exactly, and that's why she's feeling guilty.
No, because in some cases, you find
another
people...
high five, please, because
in some cases, you find people that are not really bleaching and they feel offended when they see other people that are bleaching and they're comparing their skin color to
I have cousins, right, that are so fair, they look mixed race, right?
Exactly.
And they've said that since they were young, people have asked them if they were bleaching. So why now? Like, why would you be like, by the way, I'm not bleaching? Like, why? You probably had it your whole life.
I think because it is more rampant right now in Nigeria.
Stop being defensive, Let's look at it objectively.
Rampant. No, I'm looking at it objectively.
See, what you're saying actually,
I don't want to
if it's more rampant now, the more reason why she shouldn't even bring it up.
Yeah.
The more reason why I think she should bring it up. Let me explain why I say so. Because in this generation now, you don't even know whose skin color is real and who is bleaching.
You don't need to know.
So she feels like people would actually think she's, like you said, you have cousins that they look mixed race, and then people ask them. Now imagine that people that actually look mixed race, you're still asking them if they're bleaching. Not to talk of a normal yellow girl.
So it's everyday norm. So why is she getting ticked off?
No, if you're missing the point. That's you're actually proving our point.
Exactly.
You're saying that okay, so because she's a yellow girl, like she should people should really ask her if. And we're trying to say that
guys, we shouldn't really be saying yellow. Fair skinned, I think, is the appropriate term.
I agree. PC.
Yeah.
PC police. Okay. But no, I'm saying, right, like, at the end of the day, she would have been used to that question from when she was young. So it shouldn't be a shock to her how many years later that people are still asking. More importantly, she's famous now. People are going to DM her and be like, people are selling bleaching products in the nicest way possible on Instagram. And then you're saying that people can't ask her what cream are you using.
Exactly.
And also everyone in her industry bleaches.
I just think I'll feel offended if I'm not bleaching and then someone comes
If I'm going
to
to let you make the last word on this or conclude before we move on.
No, I would still feel offended because if I wasn't bleaching and then you come up to me, are you bleaching? I'll feel like...
No, I don't think that's the way it comes across. They just ask her what cream she uses, and I think because
Did they ask her that?
What? Yeah, people DM'd her and was like, how do I get my skin colour to be like yours?
Like yours. And I think she was beginning to take offense.
Someone didn't do their research.
All right, guys, we need to take a quick break right now. When we come back, we'll be bringing you some more entertainment stories. Don't go anywhere.
It is not yet over. The Get to Latin Millions promo is still on. 110 people have won up to 65 million naira already, and you can be one of them, as there is 31 million naira still available to be won. You stand a chance to become a millionaire. All you have to do is walk into a Fidelity Bank near you and open an account with 10,000 naira or pay in 10,000 naira to your already existing account, and you stand a chance to win 1 million, 2 million, and 3 million naira in the monthly draw. Grow your account to 50,000 naira and stand a chance to win up to 5 million naira. That's not all. Lots of consolation prizes like refrigerators and generators to be won. Rush now to the Fidelity Bank near you and start saving for a chance to become a millionaire in the Fidelity Get a Lot in Millions promo.
We're Fidelity. We keep our word.
I don't get a lot, God do it.
Welcome back. You're still watching Tea Time right here on Plus TV Africa. Our next story is on a Japanese princess who chose to give up her royal title to marry a commoner. What's your initial reaction to this?
Go, girl. You go, girl. You do your thing, girl. And don't let anyone tell you who you should and shouldn't marry. I'm sounding very
Love
Ife, right?
is a beautiful
Love
thing.
conquers all.
That's just what
Utopia.
it is.
Utopia.
Love is a very beautiful thing. Yes, this is a great motivation.
But we've got to look
Scratch
at,
that. I hope the
we've got to
commoner's
look
worth
at,
it.
Japan because of the kind
government.
of culture that they've got. I'm like looking back. I don't know. I don't want to sound too rigid here or politically incorrect or I don't know. But from what I understand, I would have thought that the Japanese were very rigid in terms of their culture. Yeah.
This is what she's doing. She's probably she's being
Exactly.
extremely defiant.
Yeah.
And which is why it's making headlines because she
And
probably.
it's not typical in the usual.
Well, yeah, it's not typical in terms of like Japanese people
Exactly,
anyway, and then it's not like even typical in terms of class
Yeah.
because she's married a commoner. We don't have any information of like who his parents are, what kind of family he's come from, and these are the things. I mean, she's a princess, so she's probably like the highest level
Yeah.
in society.
Yeah.
So she probably had somebody like they probably wanted her to marry, and she's completely gone against tradition. She's gone against all
right, so
the
I mean-
the protocols, and she's married somebody that she's fallen in love with, which I hope he's worth it because she's fighting a big
I
battle.
think they're not yet married.
They're not yet married. They're going to
engaged?
get married in October.
Yeah.
And she's actually the second princess to leave the royal family to
Yeah.
marry a commoner. Her sister did that 2 years ago. Her cousin did that, I think, about 3 years ago.
So it's
as
a
well.
trend then?
So it's not like it's something new to them. But what is very funny in this particular case and significant is the fact that she was introduced to this guy by her parents.
Okay.
Yeah, because they wanted her to meet a commoner who was working as a laborer in a factory. And then I think they fell in love. They wanted her to meet this guy to do more humanitarian work.
Okay.
And then they fell in love. So that was what happened in this case. And it's like her sister did it, and I think there are just about 12 royals left. So if they keep leaving to marry commoners, there won't be any royal
family.
left.
But I
Yeah.
understand as well that she's going to lose the title, but you can.
Yeah, she has to. As soon as they get married, she has to move
That
out of the
happens,
royal
yeah.
family.
But I was
Unlike-
just comparing it like with the UK, where if you marry a commoner, you don't necessarily have
Yeah,
to.
that's
lose your
it's
title
different.
and
Like you were saying,
Japanese
the
culture.
Japanese culture is more rigid. They don't play with that. Like if you marry, but do you know what I would like to know? Maybe if it was a guy who married a commoner, if it was a prince, would he also have to leave?
I think.
Well,
I think that-
if you look at the British royal family, the Queen's dad, the current Queen's dad's brother, so her uncle, would have been the king, and he married an American divorcee who's
Yeah.
also a commoner.
And that was taboo in those-
It was a huge taboo,
taboo in
and
those
he couldn't become king. And that's how the Queen became queen.
But did he have to leave the royal family? Did he stop being a royal? or
They didn't give
just
him a
go
royal
be
title.
They didn't give him a royal
They
title,
didn't give
and
him a
all the
royal
privileges
title.
I think
all
he
the
would have
privileges
lost.
were lost. Yeah, he didn't
Right.
benefit from anything. So yeah, no, it does happen, and it makes sense because the whole point of you getting those benefits and perks is because you're royal.
Yeah.
If you've now decided to take a common,
Yeah, you see,
lifestyle.
but the thing is, I'm thinking that they've lived all their lives with all of the royal perks and stuff. So
It wouldn't
at the
really
end,
matter.
exactly to sort of lose
And then
it
I
all.
kind of see this
You'd be
as some
surprised.
form of discrimination against other people. Yes, you're a royal, but I think every other person, if we're talking about equality, all across the globe. I think this should be looked into because you can't tell me because I'm a royal, I'm not entitled to marry who I want to
there
marry
are rules and
then
regulations.
not still be a royal.
No, there's
there
rules and regulations. That's why not
So
everyone's
you
a
guys
royal.
don't see it as a form of discrimination or
No, not everyone's a royal. It's
Exactly.
just classism.
Exactly, it's
nothing.
classism. Even
And
here in
also-
Nigeria, the
yeah.
chiefs, is the rich class versus the rich class.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's-
but let's talk about like the Oniru family. Tools got married to what's his name, Demoray, and she's a princess, and she didn't have to leave the royal family.
Yeah, but
She's
African
still
royal
too-
families are different.
Different.
Like,
Yeah,
aren't
I
you
know,
a
just
royal?
like the-
I'm royal. Aren't you royal? Everyone's bloody royal here.
It's Prince Tokumbo right here on Plus TV Africa Tea Time. Time for another break. When we return, we'll be bringing you one of the biggest entertainment stories this morning. Leave it locked, leave it where you've got it, leave it right here on Plus TV Africa.
You know, from day one, Glow makes life easier. They brought us unbelievable data packages and even an optic fiber cable to make sure we optimize. There are two things in our lives we depend on: the communication and information, voice and data. Whether you sell, buy, learn, teach, serve, or lead, it really comes down to those two things: voice or data. Today's world is all about you. You want what you want, how you want it, and Glow delivers. That's why Glow is introducing Flexi, the freedom to use voice and data the way you like on every recharge. No plan, no hassle, easy.
Now, on every recharge, Glow Flexi automatically gives the freedom to use voice and data as you like. At the best rates in town, no plan, no hassle.
The grandmasters of data, Glow.
Welcome back. It's tea time, and we're about to bring you a hot yet sad story. And it's on Joe Jackson, who has been confirmed dead at 89 years of age. Latoya Jackson and more family members mourn the patriarch's death. Yes, so this is a bit of sad news, yes. Ife, let me come to you quickly on your initial reaction.
News for a while that he's been battling with cancer, and then people have just been opening leaves, and then the funny thing about his death is that he died just 2 days after the remembrance of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so that's but I think he died peacefully as well, because I think he died. Did he die in his sleep?
No.
No, he died before they could rush him to the
Yeah.
hospital. He had
But his wife was
like-
by his side. all
Yeah,
through,
but
anyway.
so I think, and he's 89, so I think
Exactly.
he lived a good life. He achieved a lot. He
Yeah, I
had
mean, he-
very
he's
great
One short of
children,
90,
so-
that's good.
Yeah, and it's one short of 90. That's a really high, death time period for someone to go. I mean, 89 as a man is good. He's lived
Yeah.
a very good life. He's produced 5 great, six actually.
Yeah.
6 great artists that will go down in history.
Is it 6?
Yeah,
Including
the Jackson
Janet.
5 and
Including
Janet
Janet.
Jackson.
Yeah, but I think even Latoya...
And then Pastor. And then the Pastor as well.
Oh yeah, but that's the first child. But is that the first child?
Yeah.
Latoya doesn't sing, does she?
She did, I think, a little bit of singing before she...
Yeah, but she wasn't like as famous
as
the
famous
rest
as
of them.
the last
But yeah,
6.
no, like he
But
produced-
regardless, he had very great kids.
Yeah.
That's what is important.
Yeah.
Whether they're celebrities or whatever, he had
they're loose
all their
cannons or
kids
not.
in wherever they are or their walks of life, they're all making it and they're all doing very well. So I think he died a proud father.
Yeah, I would say so too. Like, even though they had a lot to say about him during his years of coaching.
Yeah, he was disciplined. He was a disciplinarian.
Yeah, he just used
Because
to,
I was going to bring that up now, so
Yeah.
you took it right out of
he used to hit them and stuff. Like Michael Jackson
Yeah.
had a really, really like
Awful
straight-
childhood.
Yeah, well, yeah, strange. I mean, he was a child star. His dad was trying to whip him into shape,
Yeah.
making sure he was the best of the best. It was just his method, you
Yeah.
can't really criticize his methods.
Exactly. And I think at the time as well, culture was different from what it is
But
now.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And, they're slightly older, and Michael Jackson's probably, just grown up and realised that actually maybe it shouldn't have been like that. But, I mean, most black people's parents hit them when they were
Exactly.
younger.
Spare the rod and
They
spoil
don't,
the child.
we don't term it abuse.
Yeah, it's not really
abuse.
abuse, is it? But no, Absolutely. I think he had an interesting relationship with all his children, but it was for a good means. It was for a good end,
For a
rather.
good end. Yeah.
Like you said, he had his method, and it was a very good method because they all turned out fine at the end of the
Well,
day.
did they?
Well,
That's for another whole
the
show.
day. Okay, true. But
I
wait,
think
just
it's-
one. Come on.
Well,
I
Just
don't understand. Ife, what are you saying? Just one turned out right?
No, just one didn't. Well, it turned out great, but he just had a lot of controversies before he died.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
No, he's got more. He's got a lot more
What?
interesting kids than Michael.
Yeah, but at least that's the one that is globally
Yeah, because he was the star. But so
acknowledged.
Janet Jackson was fine.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Say so.
He had,
But you
different.
guys just let this man rest in peace.
We are. We're not
please.
disturbing his soul.
Don't
Jeez.
disturb him. Let's
But
just
yeah, no, rest in
he
peace
had
to
very
Joe
great
Jackson.
kids.
You're advocating for the dead as well.
Utopia. I know, right? Jeez.
Okay.
Oh, so let's
fine.
talk about them though, because like so far, I don't know, it was just LaToya that has said something, given a public speech regarding
Yeah,
the death.
Janet Jackson hasn't actually publicly come out to say anything. I don't think Jermaine said anything either.
Janet responded earlier
Tito.
this morning.
Has she said
has
responded
she?
this morning?
Okay. What did she
Well, I
say?
mean, it must be a sad time for them. It must be a sad time to lose their father.
Yeah.
Also, what does that mean for their mum? You know, she's always had life with him. She was with him right up until he died. So, I mean, they might be worried about their mother's, emotional state at the moment. Now, I'm guessing they're reliving all their memories. They've just, finished the whole remembrance of Michael Jackson. Was it 9 years?
Yeah, 9 years.
And so now, next year, probably they're going to have to do their dad's
Double.
remembrance and Michael's remembrance.
Yeah,
So it's
double.
I mean, it must be a tough time for them at the moment. But then I think they'll be celebrating that he lived a good life.
Yeah.
And he
In
died
this case,
around
it's celebration
his
of life. Okay.
Yeah, 89. Come on, yeah. I mean,
If do you have any last words? Before?
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Joe
Joe
Jackson.
Do you want to say anything else as well?
no, just rest in peace, Joe
Rest
Jackson.
in peace indeed. And with
Our
that, we
condolences.
come to the end of Tea Time. A big thank you goes to my co-anchors and the entire production team. I'm Takumbo Taiwo saying thanks for watching as I invite you to join us later today for afternoon tea.